We'll start in 1, 2, 3. Dear Honorable Judges, each year, pollution still continues to gradually worsen. My name is Keyla Setiawan as the first speaker for this debate. This House believes that environmental movements should launch violent campaigns against major polluting companies. So environmental movements are organized groups or coalitions advocating for environmental protection, protecting the environment against harmful environmental practices like pollution. There are countless companies that are emitting pollution throughout the world. The survival of ecosystems, human communities, and global economy are all immediately threatened by the climate issue. Some radical environmentalists contend that the current forms of activism, which rely on nonviolent protests, petitions, and lobbying, are inefficient to bring out the necessary changes in light of the planet's rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and even biodiversity loss, and increasingly unpredictable environmental shifts. What we have to do is to act with violence campaign, not with cruelty, but with limitations of products and assets that destroy the environment. And with that, there are 3 points for me, such as: first, forceful action needed for change; second, violence as defense; and third, environmental collapse equals mass death. First of all, forceful action needed for change. Study shows that 100 fossil fuels companies are responsible for 71% of the global greenhouse gas emissions since 1988. In the year 2023, 36 major fossil fuel companies produced 20 billion tons of CO2 emissions, with the climate change beginning to worsen. And the government and major companies aren't making a move to reduce pollution at all. And also, the lack of effectiveness from negotiation is the reason why we believe that environmental movement should launch violent campaigns against major polluting companies. We have to take matter into our own hands by sabotaging the major companies. For example, a company that makes four-wheel vehicles, also known as cars, it was banned in Indonesia after it was found out that it produced carbon emission, a dangerous substance. Second, about violence as defense, not aggression. When the system is killing the planet, environmental movements are defenders, not the offenders. Just as self-defense is legal when one's life is threatened, eco-defense is morally equivalent when the planet's life is in danger, just as we defend with following the law to maintain social order and ensure safety among citizens by taking on the act to do a violent campaign against the major companies. And third is about environmental collapse equals mass death. As I said before, the world is approaching an irreversible climate tipping point. Every year of inaction equals billions of tons of carbon emissions, killing ecosystems and species forever, like animals, plants, and even humans. Reports indicate that 8.1 million people died globally from air pollution, making it a leading risk factor to death worldwide. And if we do nothing, billions die from humans, animals, and so much more. So, in conclusion, this House believes that environmental movements should initiate violent campaigns, although with resolve rather than guns. Not with malice, but with honesty. The violence we're talking about is moral force, the type that rattles industries, breaks quiet, and awakens the globe. If businesses can ruin the earth peacefully, it is time for activists to save it violently through boldness, disruption, and irresistible action, while still maintaining balance and preventing to to harm the citizens. That is all. Thank you.